Tanking, losing on purpose, it's what the NBA has been fighting for decades. We've been working on a family of solutions known as COLA, Carry-Over Lottery Allocation. Today I'm going to talk about a variant known as Simple COLA. It's a simple variant, appropriately named. So here's the whole thing in one sentence. Draft order is determined by who has gone the longest without winning a playoff series or getting a top 3 draft pick. That's it. We define that time length as the drought length. To be a bit more precise, the team with the longest drought length drafts first. Among teams with the same drought length, the team with the most regular season wins goes first. The drought length goes back to 0 whenever a team gets a top 3 pick or wins in the playoffs, so a team will tend to get better and better draft picks year after year until eventually they win a playoff series or they get a top draft pick, whichever comes first. As for the playoff winners, their drought length is 0. They just won a playoff series, so that group drafts last. The champion goes very last, the runner-up is next to last, and so on. Again, we break ties by most regular season wins. This works because teams always get either their main goal, playoff success, or their secondary goal, which is draft help. The only way to increase drought length is by failing to win a playoff series, and if that happens, it's incremented automatically. That means that there is never a reason to lose. You can pursue the main goal of playoff success, and if you get it, great. That's the whole point of the game. If you don't, then you get all the draft help you would have gotten by being in last place. Losing doesn't earn any extra draft help, so there's no reason to pursue it. In fact, winning helps you in 2 ways. You get closer to playoff success by winning, and most wins is the tiebreaker among teams with the same drought length. Why does this help weak teams? Because the team that has gone the longest without success or help is guaranteed the number 1 pick. Every year without a breakthrough, you move closer to the front of the line. You might notice that there's no lottery in this draft reform idea. This is simple COLA, and that's one less complication. If you've watched other videos on the COLA framework, you might notice that something known as the lottery index has not been mentioned. It's still hiding there in the background, but when the mechanism is this simple, and we go with a straight ranking instead of a lottery, it doesn't need to be mentioned explicitly. Simple COLA is just one version of COLA. The framework can be tuned in many ways to suit the league's priorities. For example, should we bring the lottery back? Should the reset be gradual rather than all or nothing? Both of those would be more complicated, but does it have to be this simple? Is one playoff series the right reset point? Is a top 3 pick the right definition of significant draft help? We can debate these things while removing tanking. Let us know what you think in the comments. Links to the full paper, more COLA variants, and the math behind all of this are in the description.